Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mark McGrath from the band Sugar Ray. Yes, off the charts, but always in your hearts. And the Sims Foundation out of Austin, Texas, provides mental health and addiction recovery services for musicians, their families, their teams, their crews. You call them roadies, we call them techs, everybody involved in putting a live situation together. So do me a favor, if you have the resources, text Sims to 44321 or PayPal at simsfoundation.org, or very simply check out the website, simsfoundation.org/donate. Do it now, man. These people are counting on you, especially during these times. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Carlos Sosa, hosting the Sim Sofa sessions today with two guys that have had a huge impact on me personally in my musical career, Bob Schneider, Jason Mraz.
Are we here? Are we on the internet right now?
We're on the internet.
Okay.
All right.
Good to see you, fellas.
Nice to see you guys.
You're looking great. Stealing glances, Bob. Stealing glances at us.
Yeah, I don't know if I should look at the camera, or if I should look at you guys.
It's crazy because if you look at the camera, you can't get the human interaction. You can't get the nuances of body language and smiles that we have when we see you. Hey.
Well, know that when I'm looking here, I'm looking at you.
I feel it. It's if I stand like this, it's kind of like you're looking at my junk, which I'm.
That camera is not junk. Not good for the way you've got the camera situated. unless you've got some junk up here that I don't know about.
No, my junk is very small. Don't worry about it. And yeah, I need a zoom lens, a big micro. Never mind. This is not what we talked about. Say I'm honored that you would consider me for this task, Carlos, to help bring some awareness and raise money for Sims. I'm honored that you've given me an hour with Bob Schneider, who's one of my musical heroes. So thanks, man. Thanks for
Thanks for doing this. I started playing with Bob, I guess, I don't know, 20 years ago.
Probably more, dude.
It was way more than that, but you can say 20 years.
Let's just say 20. It makes me feel better.
Okay.
And then started playing with you. And
I met Bob's show. I was seeing Bob in Dallas, and we chatted. And you were like, "Hey, here's my card, man. If you ever need some horns, let's do this." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do this." We played a lot of music together.
We just did a record.
That's right. The new record, Look for the Good. You guys are all over that. So thanks for laying it down. It's so good. It's so good.
It is a good one, man. Very good.
Thanks.
So the Sims Foundation, if you guys are just tuning in, is a nonprofit in Austin, Texas that provides mental health and addiction recovery services for music industry professionals, musicians, booking agents, anybody in the music industry. It's been around for 25 years. I've been a client for about 15 years. I think Bob has been a client as well. We've helped out thousands of musicians in Central Texas. I've put friends through rehab. I can't say enough about Sims. So basically all we're doing, I'm trying to raise money for Sims and spread the message. Hopefully we can try to expand this nationally.
What does Sims stand for?
Actually, Sims was a brilliant musician.
Oh.
His name was Sims Ellison. He was in a band. What was the name of his band, Bob? Pariah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he committed suicide. And then his family and a bunch of music industry people at the time started Sims.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And very serious.
Absolutely.
And I know you guys know this, but a lot of musicians, their intellectual property, their livelihood, the thing they create for the world, their skill is their music. That's what they offer the community. And we really don't live in a system that fully rewards the musician. Some countries actually pay musicians to help with their quality of life and their standard of living. But in this country, we don't have that. I mean, there's unions, obviously, and there's organizations like SIMS and Music Cares where you can ask for some support. But it's really not built into the system. So add that to just life in general, economic pressure, as well as life in general. And I myself feel that weight occasionally, and I've had success. So just life in general is a weight. And I just want to acknowledge you and Sims for doing this work, because if you're ever in that dark spot, and I go to it a lot, it's nice to know that there's organizations out there or just people out there who will listen, because most of the time we just want to be seen and heard. And that's why we turn to music. It's an opportunity to be heard, or it's an opportunity to be seen, to feel that love and validation. So that's what I imagine Sims is up to, giving people love and validation and offering them a path to recovery and good health so you can enjoy this precious time we have on this planet.
Exactly. Yeah. We, and it's a nonprofit, so we're funded by grants and pretty much donations. So that's why we're here, is to raise money. There's 3 ways to donate. Right now, you can just get your phone and text SIMS to 44321. You can go to PayPal. The PayPal email is info@simsfoundation.org, or you can go straight to the website, simsfoundation.org/donate. Super simple.
44321.
Yep. And you type in SIMS.
Mm-hmm.
And then you send that text, and it'll reply to you with a link.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that link, and it's super easy.
Cool. Got it. Quick, Carlos, what are your credit card numbers? Just the last 4 digits. I'm sorry. What's the zip code? Sorry. Cool, man.
Yeah, I have to say I owe a big debt of gratitude to Sims. Right after Sims started, I had just gotten sober. So, gosh, this is 20 some years ago, and I needed a lot of help because I'm pretty messed up, and the idea of spending a lot of money to go to therapy, I just would never do it, just because I would never. I don't know. I just don't think highly enough of myself that I would spend $100 to go to therapy or something like that. But when I found out I could go through Sims and pay $10, I was like, yeah, I'll pay $10. So that was my introduction to therapy. And I've had 15 years of individual therapy and 7 years of group therapy. And it's really changed the way I deal. It's made my life so much better. And I don't know if that would have happened. Maybe it would have eventually, but it wouldn't have happened for a while for sure. Because I wouldn't have thought to go down that route. So I think the fact that it's there and it's easily available to musicians who need it, because from what I know, the best musicians that I know are pretty messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Need help, and so it's there. It's a great organization, and they make it real easy. You don't have to jump through a lot of hoops to get going on it. So pretty cool.
It's literally, from my experience. Bob and I played in a band together for years, and we had a friend that passed away that was in our band, and we had to do an intervention, and I didn't know who to call, so I called Sims. And they immediately, if you have a friend that's a musician that is super depressed or needs rehab and is kind of at that point, you just call Sims. And they were on it. The next day, he was checked into a rehab facility. so it's a beautiful thing, and I wish it was, it's literally the only organization. I mean, there's Music Cares that does, physical, any medical problems and stuff like that, but SIMS is only mental health and addiction recovery. So there's no other organization like it in the country, and I wish there was. So hopefully one day we can make that happen.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
This.
So let's get to some music. I guess we have a lot of people waiting for you guys to play.
For sure. Who do I start? Did I lose the toss?
You lost the coin toss.
People don't go crazy. People don't go mad. People don't forget the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate and look for the good in everyone and celebrate all our mistakes if there's a silver lining. Silver lining, you still have to find it, find it, find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. And you're just like me. I see you're searching for a purpose, guided by a dream. I see who you are. I'm just like you. And I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do. I keep on trying. I keep on trying when it gets frightening. I look for the good in everything. I try to look for the people who will set my soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. I look for the good in everyone. Everyone is nature. Everyone is God. Everyone is love and light and vibration. Look for the good. Look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes, and maybe they should. Look for the good. Look for the good. And look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good. Look for the good. You know life sure would be sweeter if everybody would. Look for the good in everything. Let's try to look for the people who will help us sing. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone.
Awesome, man.
Thank you, internet friends. I don't know if I tuned my instrument. And could you hear the instrument on the microphone?
Absolutely.
First. Good sound check. Good job.
Fantastic.
Thank you. You know that I've been singing that song a lot in the last couple of days, but just after talking about what Sims does, that song really felt right on. It just felt like an authentic song for the moment. So thank you for helping me give purpose. And that's what I've strived to do. It's like I think of myself as a songwriter in service. What is my purpose for creating art and putting it out in the world as a product, I guess? And being here is the perfect stage and platform for good. So thanks, Carlos.
Thank you, man. This is, I mean, since this stuff started happening, obviously, I was just like, man, what am I going to do? I mean, got a bunch of sessions and stuff, but we've had a different artist every day this month for Mental Health Awareness Month. And it's taken up all of my time, and it's just like, I'm trying to help as many people as I can.
Great job.
You know, so
take care of yourself. Remember, oxygen mask. You apply your oxygen mask first before helping others. So
true. Good point.
Take care of yourself too, man. I know you're helping a lot of people right now. All right, let's hear a song from Mr. Bob.
All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Very.
All right, I got the band with me here. You fell out your chest, strawberry, happy face up. Well, I thought I'd let you know, just in case you're listening, bro. What happened after you were gone? The band played on. The band played on. Well, you meant the world to me. You were all I'd ever need. My one true love until you were gone. And you left me here to rot. Left me with all that I know. But what I found before too long, the band played on. The band played on. You were a hero and a friend. The world loved you to the end. They put a statue of you down there in the square. When I heard the news, you see, it really got to me. I even learned to play one of your songs while the band played on. Oh, I hear the belly tolls. It takes bodies from their souls. It's told me now, I hear it in the wind. And it rings as if to say, we only have today. The only day we've got until we're gone. And the band plays on. And the band plays on. And the band plays on.
that was awesome. Beautiful.
Hey, anybody out there on Facebook, YouTube? We're broadcasted to a number of straight platforms.
Twitch, Facebook, YouTube.
Word. Okay, everybody raise your hand if you know who Bob Schneider is. Okay, cool. And then by the telepathic vibe I'm getting off of the internet, I'm going to say it's a mixed. I think it's a mixed audience today. And what I want to tell people who are tuning in to see me is that Bob Schneider is, I'm going to toot your horn for a second, Bob, but you're a hero and a mentor of mine. Hero, why? What did he do? Did he rescue my cat out of a tree?
I did rescue your cat out of a tree. I mean,
metaphorically speaking, when I was coming up in the coffee shops, Bob's music was just around, available, being passed around and celebrated as a songwriter and an eclectic songwriter. And that's why you're the hero to me, because you don't sit inside of one genre all the time. You just go for it. You just follow your heart. You move at the speed of thought. And that is very helpful when you're writing and creating music, because if you move at the speed of editing or trying to think or trying to predict, you may never get anywhere. But moving at the speed of thought allows you to follow your heart, go with the flow, write about whatever's going on, just write, create. So Bob has been someone who's held me accountable for my songwriting as well. So that's why you're a hero to me, because I don't know if I would have become who I am or be as productive as I am had you not led by example, and at the same time invited me to play along at your level. So thanks, Bob. I appreciate that.
I'll take credit for all of it.
Yeah, you should. You should. I remember having a conversation with you like around 2006 or something. You're like, dude, you should just put I'm Yours out and go retire. I'm like, what are you talking about? That song had never been out. It was just living in the live world. You're like, yeah, you should go put that song out. So you can take credit for me putting that on an album if you want.
I'll give you the Venmo number if you want to really show your gratitude. Man, that's coming from you. That means so much to me. I will say, knowing that you are, just because I think you're so talented, you're one of the best songwriters I know. And so coming from you, that means the world to me. It really does. And I really do. I mean, I guess everybody does who's an artist or sensei or whatever. I mean, I get into some despondent places, and the older I get, it's so weird. I don't know why this is, but as I've gotten older, this is the happiest I've ever been in my life, the most at peace I've ever been in my life. It's also, I've been in the most despondent I've ever been in my life as well. So it's such a weird thing. The good news is I've lived so long, I know it's not going to last. Even though it doesn't feel like it's not going to last, it feels like it's going to last forever. And that's why people lose hope when they get into that dark place. But one of the things I think about is, like, I heard you interviewed one time and you said something like, oh yeah, one day Bob Schneider, like, people are going to know who this guy is or something like that. And literally that one sentence is the thing that look up and it's like a little beacon of light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm like, okay, yeah, people are going to know who I am. I just got to make it through another couple hours without, like, wrapping the belt around my neck. So I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It's gotten me through some moments. Let me just put it that way.
Well, I feel like my career and visibility just shot up so fast that I wanted to, like, I almost feel, I didn't feel worthy of it. I didn't feel like I earned it. I didn't feel like I put in the hours on the road and put in the time on my instrument, et cetera. And then I'd see, musicians like yourself killing it, rocking it, and not even just in the musical genre. You're in the visual art, fine art genre as well, which is incredible. So I don't even know how you have time for everything. And then you were telling Carlos you were watching television. I was like, how do you even have time to do that?
Crazy on my waist. Like, I really, literally, all I do is.
I don't want to hear that, because from my angle, you're like the most productive person ever. But anyway, what I was trying to say is, I say one day I hope people could know who you are, because you deserve to be known. You deserve to be known and heard, and you have a wealth of material. You have some great music, some amazing songs, and you defy all ideas and predictability on what a songwriter should be and what lane they should be in. And I like that. It keeps it interesting, and it keeps it real, and it's fun. So anybody who's watching who where should they start, Bob? I would always say maybe start with Lonely Land. That's where I started my journey, but you can go back further.
I mean, listen, I mean, yeah, you could start with Lonely Land or start with, what's that?
Dolphins, hot track. I'm surprised it hasn't been sampled and become the biggest song in the world.
I love Dolphins. That song's not for everybody, but I appreciate that you like that song.
I do. Love it.
It's a hard one to pull off live.
I'm sure. Well, hey, I'm going to attempt.
Get a lot of question marks in people's eyes when you do that.
I'm going to attempt to cover one of your songs. It's one of my favorite songs. And I'm going to remember to turn my camera on. 1 second. There it is. All right. Can you see me and hear me with decent quality, or should I change my microphone?
That's good.
It's perfect.
Still good? All right. There's a universe that can't be seen. It's a feeling, if you know what I mean. A delectable dimension undetectable by sight. It'll fill up your heart in the dead of the night. And some say that it's an astral plane. It can't be described, can't be explained. The world exploded into love all around me. The world exploded into love all around me. And every time I take a look around me, I have to smile. Is our life just an illusion? No need to figure it out. Separation exists not in your love-filled heart, but only in your mind. The real story's around you. Even now it surrounds you. Even now I feel its power. The world exploded into love all around me. The world exploded into love all around me. And every time I take a look around me, I have to smile. The world exploded into love all around me. The world exploded in love all around me. Every time I take a look around me, shit. I have to smile. That's jazz, baby. Something like that.
That was great.
So good.
I was going to say, you know, that you can play that song.
Say what?
I was going to say that you can play that song better than I can until the very end.
I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm just trying to keep it real. And that is real. Play a song correctly all the way through. It's one of my hidden talents.
Wow. It sounded great.
That was beautiful, man. Good job.
Thanks.
I just want to tell everybody who's tuning in, we have a lot of people watching about the Sims Foundation, the reason that we're here. Sims provides mental health and addiction recovery services for musicians and their families, music industry professionals. If you'd like to donate, please, $5, $10, anything that you can handle. If you are in the U.S., text SIMS to 44321. We have a ton of people in other countries right now. So you can go to PayPal, use the email address info@simsfoundation.org, or you can go directly to the Sims website, simsfoundation.org/donate. Please help any way that you can. I'm here because, I guess the reason that we're all here right now, too, is that I started playing with Bob a long time ago. We were in a band for many years, and then that led me to playing with Jason. And, we all came together, and here we are like 20, 25 years later. It's pretty cool.
All right, let me play one for all the Italians, if we've got any Italian people out there. Here we go. You ready?
Say.
Hey, here we go. Ah, yeah, come on. Forget about the bullshit. I'm in the house. I know it's complicated, so let me break it down. I got a mouthful of lava. I'm about to spit on this track. I'm like that neon ninja. I look good in slide. So put your face in my face. Let the night fall away. I got a little something for you. It's harder than a funeral. Hey, boy, sure no baby. Here we go again. I love you. Yeah. Boy, sure no baby. Here we go again. I love you. I'm like that Brooklyn tiger, stumbled through the reeds, took me up to the wire. Got all I need, peed in the cup, passed it to the back lab, got the results and it don't look good. Max spit out hits like a gorilla, spit out pits. I got a hairy nut, but I never quit. Gotta get to the theater before they close. My speaker, bow. Don't worry about tomorrow, tomorrow never here. Only thing I got in my pocket, a pocket full of tears, chocolate tears. Always have a good time, no matter what we do. Don't need to travel around the world to keep that devil in the real view. I got my Gatorade bottle, filled full of pee. I'm in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in my mind, you see. So I don't worry about nothing. I got all that I need. Si esto italiano. You know what that means? I'll set you free. Boy, sure no, baby. Here we go again. I love you. I know I couldn't get any more Italian, but you know what? Boy, sure no, baby. Here we go again. I'm going to make it more Italian. I'm just going to sprinkle a little of some of this on there real quick. Man, that's Italian. You gotta face the consequences of your actions. You gotta let them stand the test of time. If you hold me in your arms, I know we'll be just fine. I hit that Brooklyn rumble when you call my name. I'm like a tiger jumping through the flame. Every time you come around, I'll fall through that hole in my story. You see through, bonjour, senora. I like your style. Say cosy hello, baby. Come stay a while. Come take that chip from off your shoulder. I take it up and throw it down the mountain like a boulder. Don't worry about that business with the CIA. I got that shit squared away. I got some friends who run the show, you see. So, bonjour, baby. Here we go again. I love you. Bonjour, baby. Here we go again. I love you.
That was awesome. That's so good.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Showing off. Just showing off a little. No, but you've earned it, man. You put in the hours. I'm going to show off, too, when I'm that good. Magnifying glass in front of it. Some people are showers and some people are growers. You know what I'm saying, fellas?
You're both. You're a grower and a shower. Whatever.
All right. We'll try again. Can I play another tune?
Yeah, keep going.
Is this guitar on? Is there too much reverb on it? There's a new song that comes out tomorrow, and maybe in some time zones that means for us it comes out tonight. It's called You Do You. Who it is that you want me to be, I can't be. I can only do me. I can only go where life takes me. Who it is that you want me to be, I can't be. I can only do me. I can only be how God made me. Yeah. There's only one of me, incredibly, uniquely designed. I keep my focus up ahead and leave my worries behind. I know that any goal I wanna reach starts in my mind. I'm kinda dope cause I'm one of a kind. I like to take my own path, never following the masses. I do my thing, taking risks, taking chances. I see no boundaries, no impasses to living my realized dream, keeping music fresh. You do you, and I'll do me. Together we make harmony. Together we make the world go round, 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 round. You do you, and I'll do me. Together we make harmony. Together we may dance differently, but it's all good. I'm easily inspired by the people surrounding me, but still I take pride in my individuality. I might be different from the people in my family, but the truth is their roots keep grounding me. There ain't no mystery to my mastery. I just let myself act naturally. Whatever I dream may not be easy to achieve, but I still believe in equality. So you do you, and I'll do me. Together we'll make harmony. Together we make the world go round, 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 round. You do you, and I'll do me. Together we make harmony. Together we may dance differently, but it's all good. I love the way you do you, no pretense. Heart open wide, no fear, no defense. Got your own style, you got your own reason. 24/7, rock your own uniqueness. And you got me on my knees, you're my sweetness. You doing you is the ultimate realness. This me, you thing we got, let's keep this. Loving you is much deeper than a reflex, 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 reflex. Yeah, there's only one of me that ever will be. Never lonely by myself, so I keep doing me. Never phony, I'm not tripping on how things should be. I just go with the flow, carefree. Who it is that you want me to be, I can't be. Who it is that you're hoping to see, that ain't me. We're just inquisitive kids on a mystic fringe, on a mission to deliver us a happier reality. So you do you, and I'll do me. Together we make harmony. Together we make the world go round, 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 round. You do you and I'll do me. Together we make in harmony. Together we may dance differently, but it's all good. Don't it feel good when you do you?
Yeah. Awesome.
I've been playing more bass recently, so that's the first time I played it on acoustic in a while.
Oh, that's funny. We just got a message from Facebook that we were muted because that song didn't belong to us.
What?
They knew my mellowed out acoustic version?
I know, that's crazy.
It's what? It doesn't belong to Facebook either.
Exactly.
That's so weird.
Wow.
That's weird because I thought that they had like a Shazam kind of like thing, so it would have to match up with the tempo and like, you know what I mean?
Great. It's not even in the, it is the same key as the album. Huh. Interesting.
Crazy algorithms now where they can just, I don't know how they do it, but every time I've done a show, at the end of the show, they're always like, hey, you don't own the copyright. Don't worry, we're not going to take it down. We're just going to plaster ads all over it. It's so weird.
So weird.
And I think it's my like admin, like online admin company that's doing it too. Like I have no control over it.
It's strange because it's happened a lot with some of our shows. We had this one artist, this guy that I work with name Out of Sight, and the whole thing was muted.
It's because he's plagiarizing everybody else's stuff.
But he actually played to his own tracks, and so it was obvious why that would happen. But I can't imagine.
I don't know who that guy is.
Anyway, if you guys are just tuning in, please donate to SIMS, the SIMS Foundation. You can, if you're in the U.S., you can text SIMS to 44321. You can go to PayPal. The email address is info@simsfoundation.org, or go straight to the website simsfoundation.org/donate. Anything you can do will help. Just do it right now. There's a lot of people watching. If everybody would just donate $2, that'd be amazing.
If everybody would donate $200, that would even be even more amazing.
Absolutely. I think our biggest donation has been $1,000 donation so far. So that's great.
That's too much. Don't donate $1,000, but everybody donate $200.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's really keep it real. Well, Jason, why don't you play another song since that last one was muted?
Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot. I had to. Now I have to.
If you're not ready, I'll do one.
Interesting. Yeah, I was only muted on Sim's page, just informed.
Oh, cool.
Sim's page, but it still went out live on whatever the other pages are. So
cool.
On the other ones, okay.
I only do like obscure material. But anyway, go ahead.
Should I do another one?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go. This is my wife's favorite song that I've written recently, so I got to play it. Otherwise, I'll get in trouble. Oh, that's not the one. Hard and heavy, high and silly boy with names like Billy. Hard to catch, young and rough, who can't get enough. Without a job or money, sweet as nails, soft as honey. Always run but love to fight. I know what kind of boys you like. I serious like igloos, driving around in BMWs, using words like indignatious, sleeves full of aces, wide-eyed pups all alone, made of glass and skin and stone, but your secret's safe with me tonight. I know what kind of boys you like. Boys with mouths like cannons, you could ride a horse or standing, shine like diamonds, say your name 1,000 times, full of rage and doubt, till at last they flicker out like a fire that burns too bright. Well, I know what kind of boys you like. Boys who look like rainbows, snatch you up, never let go. Pack your bags and say goodnight to everyone in your life. I got a way of seeing who you are, and I believe in you. Bet I'm sight, don't know what kind of boys you like. But I know what kind of boys you like. I know I'm the kind of boys you like. I know I'm the kind of boys you like.
You are a kind of boy that I like.
Oh, thank you. You're going to make me blush.
I think if there's anybody viewing that kind of follows me around on my socials or on my promotional experiences, I've name dropped Bob a lot because you have Song Club. Most people know about it. You have a lot of different clubs, a lot of song clubs, but the song club that I get to be, I feel exclusively connected to is a group of writers, and Bob sends out a word or phrase to us, a prompt essentially. And we have to turn that word or phrase into a song. And I've talked about this for years, probably 14 years now, probably, that I've been associated with it. And it's so for my internet audience who's heard me tell that story a lot, I'd like you to meet Bob Schneider. Bob, meet my internet audience.
Hey, internet audience.
Cool. Now I'd like to ask that internet audience to text SIMS to 44321 and make a donation. And then after that goes through, I want you to go to your streaming platform of choice and check out and type in Bob Schneider and start that journey and enjoy the music that I've been enjoying for 20 plus years and find out where some of my influences come from. So there's Bob for you. Thanks, Bob, for that plug.
Well, thank you, Jason. Yeah, you've been doing this for the Song Club for a long time. I don't write any other songs except for the songs in the Song Club. I don't think I have for maybe 20 years now.
Yeah, I've gone through periods where I only write for the Song Club, and what I get out of it is all the material in the world that I need. But I'm mixed right now. I'm doing other projects that I'm not including the Song Club in, but I'm trying to do both. But it is such a great thing to have someone hold you accountable. Say, yeah, send us some Tuesday night. We're waiting for. Just sit down and write. That's really the hardest part, I think, for art to art. Sit and do the art. Practice it. Then the more you practice it, the more you keep your hands in tune, your pen is sharp, you're ready to collect that inspiration when it strikes, because you all have a practice of applying your art and your energy.
Well,
does that make sense?
I discovered by doing it week after week, year after year, it's almost like training a dog. So you have the part of your brain that's childlike and that just wants to play and have fun and create. And then you have this other part of your brain that's like, that's stupid. That's not good enough. That's not cool. And so what you do when you make yourself turn in something, even if it's not good, you're basically telling that critic part of your brain, hey, you stay over there in the corner and shut your mouth. And you do that week after week, and I mean, that part of my brain is trained. And a lot of people it need drugs and alcohol to subdue that part of your brain. But if you just practice long enough telling that part of your brain, hey, I don't need you right now. Maybe I'll need you later when I'm picking out a pair of pants. But right now, when I'm writing this song, I don't need your input. I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to write whatever I want to write. And I swear, I feel like you do that better than anybody. And you know who else does it really well is our buddy, Billy Galewood.
Yeah.
Both you guys you just come up with the most just stuff. I'm like, how did he come up with that? Like the stuff that you put in your lyrics is unbelievable. It's just beautiful and wonderful. And I don't know. It's very inspiring. Very inspiring.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. Thanks. Those are nice words. And I love the idea of save your judgment muse for putting on your pants. Don't bring them into the songwriting moments. What do you call it, Judge? If you got the moral dilemma between your muse and your.
It's the critical part of your brain. It's the you're not good enough, or this song's not good enough, or that sounds like something else, or what? Just the thousands of little things that your mind's beat, hey, no, shut up, get out of here.
Yeah. Do you think that's necessary in order for there to be the opposing voice of no, man, shut up, I can do this. And that strengthens our will or strengthens our beingness in any way.
No, that critical voice has no place. Now, after the fact, once the work is created and you've got the songs, you've got the art, you've got the poetry, you've got the book, whatever, then you can get that critical guy in there and go, maybe this part isn't very good. Maybe this could be a little better.
Right.
So that can chime in, but not when you're creating. When you're creating, there's no...
Right. No place for it. Right. I was actually asking on a bigger scale, like human evolution. Why is that critical voice there to say, nah, that's stupid? Where did that guy come from? One of my descendants or something? This is stupid. And now it's part of my genealogy in my body or something?
That comes from your parents and it comes from your peers. It comes from people who aren't very artistic. It comes from that part of, like, it comes from somebody who's just like trying to stomp you.
I can see that person now. Never mind. You just answered it for me. Her arms are crossed and she's like, you going to wear that?
Because guess who doesn't have that? Guess who doesn't have that voice? Kids don't have it. They have to encounter somebody along the way that puts that voice in their head. Because, man, when my daughter, who's 5, sits down to make something, she's not questioning, I wonder if anybody's going to like this. She knows that whatever she makes is amazing. And she's at it. And she does some shit. I'm like, and my son was the same way. He was that age. And then I remember we went down to do an art project. And I was like, hey, let's do an art project. And he was like, well, what should we do? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He'd never done that before. Up until then, he just like got to work. He just put paint on the paper and it was right. Like everything he did was right. And I was just like, I'm just going to copy this guy because he's doing what's right. He's not asking like, where should I start? How should I put this thing on the paper? Now he's just like,
nice.
That's so good. But it's again, getting back to that, you got to get rid of that voice. You got to get rid of that guy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's a song I wrote in the Song Club many years ago that's also finally found a home on gosh, let's see if I can remember it. But just talking about this, the duality of voices. This is a song about the duality of voices. What are the chords here? Okay, I got it. Is my guitar on? Okay. I love you so much. I have to say it twice. Just in case you didn't hear me the first time. You are the most beautiful girl I ever laid my eyes on and I wish you'd let me call you mine. Love mine might be no trouble at all. But love mine might make you hear double if you fall. Love mine might be no trouble this night. But love mine might make you stutter when it's right. Tell me what you're thinking with no delay. Do I even stand up a chance to score double date. I feel so damn crazy. My poor heart could break. Yeah. That's why we sing love songs every day. Every day. Love my mind be no trouble at all. But love my mind make you hear double. If you fall. Love my mind might be no trouble. Try it. Yeah, love mine might make you stutter when it's right. But love might make me you stutter when it's right.
That was awesome. That's
Thank
one of my favorites.
One of my favorites because I get to say "but love" in it. But love might make you stutter when it's right.
We used to have a song that was almost called "But Love" in the Scabs. Remember that, Carlos?
Yeah. Somebody asked me yesterday if you would play it today.
But it's not called "But Love." It's called something else. Then I'm not going to say.
If you guys are just joining us, we have time for a couple more songs. Please donate to the Sims Foundation. Anything will help. Text, if you're in the U.S., text SIMS to 44321. Use the PayPal email address info@simsfoundation.org, or go straight to the website simsfoundation.org/donate. And this will be archived, and you can, if you want to share it with your friends, you go back to Jason's Facebook page or Bob's Facebook page, watch it anytime.
Oh, cool. If you're on the fence about donating, the first syllable in the word donate is do, or it's dough. So you got to do the dough if you want. Nate, who's Nate? I don't know, but donate. I'm going to donate after this. I just got to get your expiration date, Carlos.
Got it. I'll text it to you.
Cool. Is it my turn? No, I just sang a song.
You just went.
All right, I'll do one. Here we go. Are we ready?
Yep.
Get this harmonica heated up here. In the morning hours of forever, running down your street, pulling rainbows out my feet, flames cover all your kisses, I'm a psychedelic freak, alone here on the moon, holding a spoon full of wishes, just for you. And the day will come, we'll have to go. Until then, please let me know that you want to go with the flow. And I go with the flow, I mean go with me down the street to the place where all our dreams don't get beat down or crushed your breath on my neck. It's like meth, I'd sell my shit. Your mouth is so blue, all I do is think of you. The moon hides away in the sky all day, in the back of the world where your dreams go to play. My mind's in the weeds, it's the color of this song, everything is gone. Your legs are so strong, and you lift your dress like death often does. to show me, because you know where we're standing. So close to the end where we'll have to go. Until then, please just let me know that you want to go with the flow. And by go with the flow, I mean go with me down the street to the place where all our dreams don't get beat down. In a room full of blood with a sleeping tiger, but not for much longer. It'll be a wake sin. It'll be so much stronger, like your breath on my neck. It's like meth, I'd sell my shit. Your mouth is so blue, all I do is think of you. That's a long ass harmonica solo at the end. Oh man.
Yeah.
John Popper, I guess you could just go fuck right off now.
I heard the sound of his in the recycle bin. He was just done with his harmonicas after that.
Yeah, I thought I heard the clang of his harmonicas going in the old trash bin.
Yeah, I was aiming for the recycle bin, but I don't know where you put a harmonica, actually, if you have to toss it.
Well, here's what you don't want to do. Recycle. Yeah, you don't want to use somebody else's old. You definitely don't want to use one of John Popper's old harmonicas.
Absolutely not.
At the end of every show, they usually go out into the audience. I think those days are over.
Yeah, things have changed for whipping a harmonica into the audience. Dude, speaking of whipping something in the audience, man, we were playing with the Scabs one time, and I unplugged Adam's guitar, and he came up, and I had one of those Elvis mics, and he came up and used it like you would use a T-ball, like when you put a T-ball on top of something, and just took his guitar and hit the mic, and it just careened into the audience. And
oh, I remember that.
And hit this little girl on her shoulder and just left this, like, she looked like she had that tattoo that guy from Rage Against the Machine has on his arm. He came backstage and she was just so sweet, and we were just like, oh my God, we're so sorry. And her dad was a lawyer.
Oh,
but nothing ever happened. But man, it could have been something horrible could have happened. But life is so weird in that all the horrible things that could happen, they happen occasionally to some people, but to us, somehow we've been, people just are able to just avoid getting hit by a mic in the face.
I mean, if I look for the good in that situation, I'd say, great shot, because it could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been so horrifying. And now that girl's got a story for the rest of her life, like a really cool story.
Totally. She probably also has a really cool scar for the rest of her life.
She has no feeling in her arm.
She has an issue. She definitely doesn't listen to Bob Schneider. That's what she doesn't do.
No, man. I feel like she probably does.
She might.
Because she's got some sort of PTSD from that night. And
she follows Jason Mraz, so today she's checking out Bob Schneider.
Speaking of PTSD, we're here for the Sims Foundation, and Sims Foundation provides mental health and addiction recovery for musicians, music industry professionals, and their families in Central Texas. Please donate. There's people trying to donate outside of the U.S. with texting, and that's not working. So that's only for in the U.S. If you're outside of the U.S. and you can donate, please do. Go to PayPal. Use the email address info@simsfoundation.org. or go straight to the website, simsfoundation.org/donate. And thank you guys so much for being here and doing this.
Hey, thank you, Carlos. Man, you're doing a good thing. Sims really is really an important, wonderful tool. That I mean, I'm not a big. My heroes are musicians. That's who when I like you, Carlos, and Jason, and the guys that I get to play with. They're making real magic. Like, they're creating true magic on the earth, and they're in the entire music business. They're the ones that get paid the least, like the recuperation for that magic that they create. They're getting the least. They're getting the smallest chunk of the pie. I don't know how anybody makes a living as a musician, like and especially now, all the gigs are canceled. Nobody has any gigs. So, and obviously that's super stressful. And obviously right now, people need Sims more than even regularly they need it. So this is a really important thing for people that are truly making the world a magical, wonderful place. They do it all the time. The price, I think, is high. It's a high price that they pay to be able to make that music. It really, I mean, they're just sensitive human beings, and they need it. So yeah, $200. That should be the thing. Just everybody who's watching right now, just $200 and we're all good.
Yeah. If you're a live music fan, you might spend that on a couple of shows, for tickets, couple tickets for yourself, some drinks at the bar, a t-shirt. So we got to do that virtually now.
If you're not spending $200 on a ticket, you're not going to the right show.
Exactly. This is a sad thing to say, but I was reading this article the other day in one of those entertainment news forums, and I'd been feeling this, but it was saying during this time when a lot of musicians are shifting to virtual studios and virtual mode, they're going to invest into technologies that allow them to do that. And same thing with making records at home. There is a good chance in the next year plus, these artists, or because of the state of the world for the next year plus, these artists are never going to recoup the cost that they're putting into shifting their lives to a virtual audience. They're just never going to recoup it. So it's funny because the article I was reading was about tech, and it was talking about invest in technologies because stupid artists are out there buying this technologies that they're never going to earn any money from. And they were saying bank on the technology, not the artist, which was kind of an insult to the artist, but it also made me sad for the artist. So art can't exist without the listener and without the supporter, without the observer. So for those of you who love and appreciate music, tip your performer, and in this case, tip Sims, who are going to be helping the performers who are in stress and duress in these strange times.
Yeah, I know. I think, Bob, you have a show tomorrow night, a virtual show?
I do. I have a live stream tomorrow night.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen Bob before, brilliant artist, go to his show tomorrow night, his solo show, 8 p.m., I think, Central Time.
8 p.m. Central, yeah. So if you're in Italy, it's late.
It's 1 a.m, maybe? Late? No, it's later than that. It's 4 a.m.
6 or 7 hours ahead. So what is that? 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. So like dinner time for most Italians.
Yeah, they're having cappuccinos.
Hey, they're having a cappuccino.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. You want to do one more song to take us out, or are we?
I actually had an appointment that I'm already late to.
All right, cool.
Another internet appointment, but it can wait because this is an important thing. I believe I started. So if I play one more, then you're giving me extra time, and I value your time. What can I do to round this out then? Or Bob, you going to play more after this too? Or are we?
No, we're done.
We're good. We're good.
Any requests from the any donors worth mentioning, or is there any requests that have come in through the through this last hour plus of?
Oh my God! Yeah, there's probably a million requests out there. Let's just ask the office real quick if we have a massive donation that we could.
Or even hey, pick a 200 donation, because that was really the tier we were looking for. See if there's a $200 donation that can be named, and or do they have a request?
There we go.
In the meantime, I'll just play some instrumental music while Carlos looks.
Doing it. Okay. We have Casey Davis.
Casey. Thanks, Casey, for your contribution. Thank you for trusting us with your time and attention, and trusting in Sims to do great work with your dollars.
So we don't have a request because we don't know who. We can't connect her. So
cool. Well, this is a song that I feel called to perform because hanging out with you guys, you're some of my best friends, and I never get to see you. I only get to feel you in my heart. So it's cool to actually physically see your bald head, and Bob, your bearded grin, your handsome selves. Thank you for this time. Is it flashback Friday again? Actually, I can't remember when or where the hell I am, but I'm doing the best I can. It's been a hazy afternoon, lackadaisically playing tunes, the kind that lift and shift our mood, to an attitude of gratitude. Today feels like a classic. Love your life as you imagined. Maybe nothing special happened, but every moment's what is the chord? But every moment, oh my gosh, moments made of magic, yeah, because it feels like the good old days are happening right now. Feels like the good old days, yes it does. It feels like the good old times are happening right now. And I don't need no great escape. Every moment's what we make. I'm gonna take my time and try on a few paths my life could take. Every breakdown is a blessing. Every love's learning me lessons. Life will always keep me guessing. But I can say without a question that it feels like the good old days are happening right now. Feels like the good old days. Yes, it does. It feels like the good old times are happening right now. Feels like the good old days. It feels like the good old days are happening. Feels just like them good old days. Loving the vibe and the energy, in line with everyone and everything. I'm feeling this way because back in the day there was a little kid dreaming we'd be here singing. We all have a melody and lots of good reasons to celebrate. Lots of good love, lots of good light. Oh yeah, we're doing it right, because you know that it feels like the good old days are happening right now. Feels like the good old days. It feels like the good old times are happening right now. Feels like the good old days. It feels like the good old days are happening. Feels just like them good old days. Yes. And it feels like there's still a few years to go. It's real, these are the good old days. Is a flashback Friday again? Actually, I can't remember when or where the heck I am, but I'm doing the best I can.
Thank you guys so much. We're out of time.
To share. I love that we got to weave our songs together in our storytelling and in our own personal therapy and reconnectivity time. So thank you. And for those of you who are joining us and generously donated your time and attention in dollars, thank you so very much. That's what life is about. That's how we keep moving forward.
Thank you, guys. It's been so much fun. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Me too.
See you guys. All right,
Donate
we're
to Sims
done.
or we'll kill this dog. Hey, y'all, this is Gordy Johnson of Big Sugar, asking you to support through your donations. The Sims Foundation of Central Texas, they take care of musicians in cases of mental health crisis. They take care of our family's mental health, all of our support people, crew people, promoters, agents, and everyone that makes the show go on here in Central Texas for live music. So do what you can. Support Sims Foundation. We sure appreciate you.